What's up, YouTube? Today we're gonna talk about something very near and dear to my heart: hip hop. I know you thought it was gonna be anime with me having this plush and this hat, but no, we're talking we're talking hip hop today. So, um, I'm not gonna go over my background as to why my opinion is valid. It's music and it's subjective. Everyone has their own opinion. But my background is music. I mean, I'm a DJ. I listen to a lot of music. I have myriads of gigabytes of albums and songs. It's ridiculous. I'm not even gonna go into all that. I at least have maybe a terabyte and a half of music, and that's really not even a lot in comparison to other DJs. But I digress. I'm very big on hip hop. Hip hop's my favorite genre, and I'm a big hip hop enthusiast. So I watched a video the other day, and it was from Murs. He's also a rapper. He's really, really good at what he does as a rapper. He's a phenomenal lyricist. And he was comparing real hip hop with fake hip hop. Real hip hop being usually nostalgia heavy type shit, like Nas, Rakim, KRS-One, Kumo D, etc. XYZ, the list goes on, right? And fake hip hop being Migos, 21 Savage, Lil Pump, etc. Lil Yachty, those guys, right? And he pretty much made a comparison of the two subcultures of hip hop. And the song he chose for real hip hop was Das Effect's "We Want Effects," and the song he chose for fake hip hop was Migos' Versace. And he compared the two songs, saying how you know they are similar in their ways. Like Das Effects was critically acclaimed in the hip hop community as like, oh, these guys are the best and innovative and doing all this stuff. When Migos are doing the exact same thing. They're innovative and doing all this stuff. Is just a different sound. And the thing about Das Effects is that the thing was the song starts off with like bum sticky bum sticky bum sticky bum, right? And then Migos junk is just Versace Versace Versace, and then they just use similar ad libs and stuff like that. And in essence, Murs was just saying, there's no really true distinguishing between the two. They're both hip hop for what they are. Now, I watched this video on Facebook, so the comment section was absolutely roaring by hip hop elitist motherfuckers. So the comment that made me want to make this video was this one right here. She says, "This guy, SMH, it's not about nostalgia, it's about respect. Ain't nobody gonna bump Migos 20 years from now." So basically he's saying that Migos are on the same lyrical level as Nas, Master Ace, and all of them. Fuck off and have some respect for the classics. That shit got me outraged, and that's why I'm making this video. So, quick thing to go back. In the video, Murs said the only difference as to why, Das Effects would be considered real hip hop is because nostalgia, which, true. A lot of the times, music is very, very strong because of nostalgia, due to nostalgia. I'm currently 23, right? So one of my favorite fucking albums that I've experienced was don't judge me. I mean, music is subjective. But one of my favorite albums I experienced in high school was Tyler the Creator, Goblin. A lot of people shit on that album, understandable. But for me, the reason why it was such an outbreaking thing for me was because I didn't know. I mean, of course you had like Eminem and stuff like that, but I didn't know about like horrorcore rap like that. So, I hear Yonkers, and I was like, whoa, you can rap like this? Mind you, I was a very reserved child. Grew up as a Jehovah's Witness, and that just struck me. So, being raised as a Jehovah's Witness, I didn't really have a whole lot of exposure to things like that. So, something like Tyler the Creator dropping Yonkers and then Goblin and then like, all this stuff. I was like, wow, I didn't even know you could rap like this. This is ridiculous. It's satanic. It's cool. It's new. It was new to me. All that other stuff. And to me, that album is still like hella dope, and I still go back and bump it due to nostalgia. granted, I'm still young, so older hip hop heads, but it's the same thing for them. But for them, it wouldn't be horrorcore rap. It would be just regular hip hop. Like, wow, the lyricism and the flows and the this and the that's is so dope, you know. So, and the sound of the '90s is completely different from the sound of now. I mean, the only way you'd get that sound is if you listen to a few select artists like Joey Badass 1999 or some Bishop Nehru on Neruvia, and like Astro. Just Astro in general has like an overall '90s sound. People like that. Just a select few in that little bubble who makes nostalgia heavy for music for the nostalgia heads. And that's really what hip hop elitists are, in my opinion. They're just nostalgia heads. They just really, really like the nostalgia because that's really what makes it like that's what makes it so amazing is because like music is so powerful that whatever you were bumping when you were 20, a lot of old heads now that like that shit from the 80s and 90s are now in their 40s. So the stuff that was in their, from their teens to their 20s, that's when stuff is the most influential for you. Because during that age, it's awkward. You're going between that stage of child to adult. So it's kind of like a lot of things are influencing you, and that's a really hard time in your life. Music is a really good like outlet for that time in your life. So whatever you're listening to and during that time of your life is gonna be the most influential thing to you at that time. So everything after that is gonna be, in a sense, trash. If you're not open-minded enough to, hear it. Now, granted, you're gonna find some people that you will like, but it's only because they appeal to that old nostalgia shit that you liked in the past, much like Joey Badass and those guys. If you go and listen tell old heads about Joey Badass that never heard of him, I bet you they'll like him because they appeal to that nostalgia sound that they enjoy. And another side note on this comment, so this comment says, no one's gonna bump Migos from 20 years from now. Granted, that might have a small amount of truth, but I don't think it is due to Migos not being influential enough. I think it's due to the fact that of how our generation works. Our attention span is this small. We got destroyed by the internet. We got fucked. But old heads didn't have that issue. They didn't have that to deter them and slow them down from shit. So the thing is, 20 years from now, I'm pretty sure people are still gonna be bumping Migos. Potentially, not everyone, but some people are still gonna be bumping Migos. Just like the crunk era, when 2000, it was like what 2000 to 2008 or so was the crunk era. It was around there. People are still bumping Lil Jon and still like that shit. People still like Mystical, Back That Ass Up. People still like all that stuff. There's no substance in these songs. People like to say, real hip hop's about substance, but then they go and bump crunk. Really, nigga? No, it's not. It's clearly not about substance. It's about what you grew up with and what the sound is and stuff like that. Sure, Migos isn't the most lyrical niggas on the block, but neither was Lil Jon. Snap your fingers and do your step. You can do it like this. Let me see you do it. That's not lyrical by any means. That's just fun music, and that's what Migos does. Fun music. So the difference shouldn't the question shouldn't be real hip hop versus fake hip hop. It should be lyrical hip hop versus hype hip hop or fun hip hop. That should be what the real question is. Because the thing is this, of course people are gonna like Nas and shit like that. The thing is, the radio pushes the fun music. It doesn't push, things with a message. That's the difference. That's really what it is. It also should be that. Radio hip hop versus non-radio hip hop as well. Which would be the same argument. Fun versus lyrical. So it doesn't make sense that you're mad that, he made this comparison about Das EFX versus Migos when there's truth in that. That's just how hip hop is. Hip hop has always been, about making a good sound. So you can groove to it. It's been like that from the beginning. Because if you remember, hip hop was fucking disco music. disco was made to make you dance. You know, that was the main purpose of disco. That's what it was for. Um, Granted, not to say that there was no messages and stuff like that. A lot of the shit was uplifting and stuff like that. But you know, but I haven't listened to a whole lot of disco, so I can't really speak on that too much. But hip hop, in essence, was disco was made to be uplifting and make you dance and make you want to move. And hip hop came from disco, and that's really what it is. You know, if you go back and listen to rappers, and people don't like, and also people get mad about like, oh, there's no message. They're just talking about getting cars and bitches and money and blah and blah. And it's just like, if you go back, listen to Rapper's Delight, the most hip-hop-iest hip-hop song. You go back and listen to Rapper's Delight, that nigga ain't doing shit but bragging. I got clothes, I got hoes, I got cars, I got money. That's essentially the song. He's delighted because he has all these things that a rapper would want. That's literally the song. So, you know, to up and say like, oh, hip-hop has no message, it has no substance, it's always been about that. But there's always been people that did the message stuff as well. So it really just depends on what aspect you're looking at hip hop from. And a lot of people just look at it from, I'm a nostalgia heavy kid that only listen to like Rakim and shit, blah blah blah. And it's just like, okay, that's great, but you know, a lot of popular rappers that were out back then were still, you know, just making hype shit. Cause Pastor Cavassier, which I can't remember, I think that's early 2000s, but Pastor Cavassier had Busta Rhymes, Pharrell, and all that shit in it. Niggas love that fucking song. Nuck If You Buck, niggas love that fucking, niggas that bump Rakim will still get hyped to Nuck If You Buck. So it doesn't make sense, and trust me, I know, because I've done this. I went from like House of Pain, Jump Around, and all this shit DJing at all these different events, and then I play some Rakim, some Nas, and some raw hip hop shit, and just some Jay-Z, and then I jump into some Nuck If You Buck, and niggas is wildin'. So it doesn't make sense that you're mad about, you know, new school rap not having substance and it's all fun, because it's always been about fun. Hip hop wasn't meant to just strictly be a message. Don't put hip hop in this little ass bubble of, oh, it needs to have a message to be good. No, bitch. No. Because if music needed to have a message to be good, EDM music wouldn't exist in the first fucking place. Because EDM music is literally just sounds. That's it. So it doesn't make sense to say that you need a message to have good music or good hip hop. They're not real hip hop because there's no message. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Enjoy your goddamn day. Let niggas live and listen to the music that they want to listen to. If y'all got shit to say to me, please comment below. I don't give a fuck. And I'll make a rebuttal. I'll even make another video just like this, because I really want to. Because I honestly did this unscripted, so all my thoughts are kind of like all over the place. I know I said like Tyler, the Creator, was the most influential album for me, but another artist would be Childish Gambino as well, and that's because we just live the same life. But all that aside, this video is completely unscripted and it's raw. I'm probably not even going to edit it. I'm just going to straight up post the video just like this. And, you know, so, I mean, in essence, man, just let hip-hop be hip-hop, alright? Stop trying to put it in a box and say, like, hip-hop's this and hip-hop's that. Because it's not. It's fucking music. Just like every fucking thing else. It's all music. It's all relative. You're just being subjected because you're a nostalgic head ass, alright? That's all it is. Stop living in nostalgia. Live with hip-hop. That's all I gotta say. Peace.
Fuck. Fuck you.